Hello, it's October 15th, 2020, and today is my halfway point of this hectic semester at Vanguard University. The semester is mostly online. I have 3 science classes and 3 labs. The Analytical Chemistry Lab is in person, and that's where I was exposed to the coronavirus, had to take a test and all that because there's 3 students that were tested positive over there and I was exposed, but I don't have it. I was just tested negative. You can watch that video if you want to. The Biochemistry Lab, we're all still trying to figure that out with me and the professors, and the Microbiology Lab is half virtual and half here. I got all my kit and everything. So basically a home laboratory, just make sure that there's plenty of ventilation and all that, because they sent us something like bacteria and such too. So. And then I just took my analytical chemistry exam 2, or the midterm, I guess, which was wild. Actually, I'm half done. There's 2 parts, a take home and a multiple choice, and I just finished the multiple choice after like 2.5 hours. So now about half the homework is sort of what I expected, analytical calculations and such, kind of bit up my alley, but it is getting tough, and the reason why is statistics, and apparently I don't need to take statistics and such. So that's what also made thermodynamics tough, and also the other physical chemistry, kinetics, and such. But I persevered, and I'm pushing through with that, not giving up on that. But on the flip side, the analytical chemistry lab was pretty good because it was titrations, and I love titrating. We usually got our unknown and our chemicals and such, and we dried them in the oven, put them in a desiccator to keep the moisture out. And then Wednesday we came back to actually do the titrations and such, and that happened a couple of times. In fact, I worked with the lanthanide cerium, which I was actually excited for. It was this orange powdery substance, and it contained cerium, so I was sort of excited about that. And of the entire periodic table, I have them all memorized, but the lanthanide series is always the hardest, past and present. It still is. It's the hardest to keep retained, and all that in orders like lanthanum, cerium, praseodymium, neodymium, promethium, samarium, and all the way to mendelevium, I believe. So the actinides are much easier, I'll just say that. What's interesting is I'm a biochemistry major. I'm taking biochemistry. I love chemistry. I love chemistry more than biology, and the easiest class that I'm learning the most in is microbiology. I'm learning so much, and that's partly due because I took cell and molecular biology in fall of 2016 at OCC, intro to biology in the spring of 2016 as well. So a lot of things were coming back from 4 years ago. Operons, lac and tryptophan operons, also DNA replication, RNA synthesis, and also all the enzymes like helicase, ligase, and all that's involved with DNA replication, and then the dogma of how genes are expressed to produce proteins and all that. All of that translation, transcription, not in that order, is all coming back to me a lot. But a lot of interesting things about microbes and microbiology. Right now we just finished up today about biotechnology and all that, so that is pretty interesting, I'd have to say. So that's kind of it where I'm at, halfway. I'm optimistic. I'll just say I'm optimistic. So the next 8 weeks, I'll just really hunker down and continue to persevere and everything, and come December I'll plan to make probably a finals week video, but we'll probably still be on remote, and everything. And like I did in the spring, I just made one big video about that. You can watch that if you want to. But after this, I just have one more semester till a Bachelor's of Science in Biochemistry. So doing the math, that's a semester and a half left as of today. And then I had a great conversation with a couple of people that work over there, and I may fill you in, as time goes on. But I'm probably going to get a master's of Education, a Master's of Arts in Education, or MA of Education, I guess, and teaching credentials. I'll probably enter the credential program first for a year, and then Master's for another year, and then a teacher. And it's subject to change or so. I mean, I'm planning to be a teacher no matter what, like middle school math and science. But when is up to God, basically. So biochemistry, as a lot of people have said, including my classmates have said, is pretty tough. Kind of. I mean, the basics, proteins, carbohydrates, and now we're going to get into lipids, and the basics of enzymes are good. But when you get into the kinetics of enzymes and everything, enzymatic reactions and like first order, all that stuff, etc., that's where I really have to hunker down again. That's where I really have to focus and everything. And then next semester, to give a little preview, I'll be taking advanced biochemistry. So there's biochem, and then there's advanced biochem. So I look forward to graduation. So anyway, honestly, wherever you're at, just stay strong and remain optimistic and hopeful. We'll get through this time together, and if you're watching this in maybe 5 or 10 years from now, thank you very much for checking this out and watching. I really appreciate it. And wherever you're at in school, whatever grade, K through 12 or college or university, just do not give up, and take advantage of resources that they offer you and such, and ask questions to your professors, and also socially make friends with your classmates and such, and remain optimistic, and just don't put too much stress on yourself going through school, waiting to the last minute of a lot of things. Space your times, and set your priorities and your goals. Don't set your standard to other people, but set your standard to what you can do, and that's all you could do, and such, and just strive for that and go for it, and such, and also get a planner. That's another thing I'd recommend. Last semester I took this free is like a free opportunity that the school offered, and it was like academic coaching. So it really helped me out a lot, like setting like top priorities, low priorities of the day and of the week, and everything, getting organized. And when you're organized, your mind is clear, you know what you're doing, and you know what to expect, and you do it, and it's easier as you go through school. So that's partly my advice to you. Thank you for watching. Have an excellent day or night, whatever season or time of day you're watching this. Be blessed.